So this is the point that you can get to when you make this fella, where you stop and you've got to decide what you're going to do, make the regular one or make the boss one. All right. Yeah, it's gone together all right. I mean, it's the usual thing. Games Workshop's instructions are not the clearest of detail, and you've got to like push and move it around until you can work out just what they're saying about the join. For instance, this arm here joining to the body, I had to play around with it, test fitting it until I worked out what to do. But the fit was quite good. In fact, what I did was I pushed it together, held it together, and then I attached the glue, put the glue in from the inside. So that's as far as I've got, and now I've got to choose whether to have the normal or the boss. Now I want to have the boss, but the boss one, looking at the instructions on the top, instead of having loads more of these mushrooms and fungi, he's actually got stalagmites going up, and I don't want that. But I want his head and I want his right arm to be holding his club up with the spider dangling from it. So and the problem with that is this upper chest area and neck, there's two. There's one for the regular one, which has the mushrooms, and there's one for the boss, which has the stalagmites, which I don't want. But what I want to find out is if I attach the regular one with all the fungi on the top, can I still have the arm working the way I want it to, or the head looking the way I want it to? And if I can't, I think what I might be doing is snipping the stalagmites off of the upper bit that I have to attach, snipping them off, snipping off the fungi that I like, and sticking them in its place. So I think the next time I come back, I'll have made the decision and may have been snipping. So here we go, main bulk of him assembled. Turns out if I want this version with this face looking at the spider, I had to use the shoulders with all the stalagmites on, which I didn't like. So yeah, so like I said, I would have to do, I snipped them off and snipped off the mushrooms of the shoulders that I did want to use. Just textured the stumps where I'd cut the stalagmites off with some milliput, and then plonked the mushrooms in place. And also you get some extra mushrooms for detailing the base, and that little group just there between the big one and the one with the face, they're meant to be on the base, so you know, just to break that line up a bit. So he's almost ready for primer. You can see I've textured the base, and I've only blue tacked his left hand in place because the centipede is on the ground. So what I'm going to do is, after priming, I'm going to remove the centipede, paint him fully, paint underneath where he's going to go as well, then glue the hand back on. Then I can start on his skin tones. What else? Oh yeah, he's missing his little skull hat that he wears. I'm going to paint that separately, prime that separately. The necklace of skulls also, I'm going to be painting that separately and attaching at the end. There's these little skittering little creatures who feature in his stats. They're a bit cartoony, but they're on the sprue, so I might as well put them in. They're going to be skittering around amongst the rocks. And I've drilled a hole, which is a bit too big on the club for where the spider will be dangling down. Again, spider I'm going to be painting separately. And yeah, that was quite an exercise, just trying to work out just his line of sight. Where is that spider going to be? And on the other hand, I don't want to obscure his face when you're looking at him like that. So it had to be just about right, which I think it is. But that hole's too big, so I've got to address that. So yeah, there he is, all assembled. And next I'll come back with him primed up.